The morning light cast an eerie glow over Egypt. The air, usually alive with activity, hung heavy with apprehension. Moses, the Lord's prophet, stood before Pharaoh once more. His message echoed with divine authority, a chilling prelude to further judgment. He spoke of a devastating plague, a plague that would target the heart of Egypt's prosperity, its livestock. Pharaoh, consumed by pride and defiance, scoffed at the warning. He had dismissed Moses' previous pronouncements, convinced of his own invincibility, but the God of Israel was not to be mocked. If you found this story powerful, please like, comment, and subscribe. Sharing these biblical stories with others is crucial to keeping their lessons alive. As the sun reached its zenith, a dreadful silence fell over the land. Egyptian herds, their bellowing once a familiar rhythm of life, lay lifeless in the fields. Cattle, sheep, camels, horses all succumbed to a swift and agonizing death. The stench of decay filled the air, a gruesome testament to the power of the unseen God. Panic gripped the Egyptians. Their livelihoods, their very survival, depended on these animals. Yet amidst the chaos and despair, a stark contrast emerged. In the land of Goshen, where the Israelites resided, an unexpected peace prevailed. Their livestock, untouched by the pestilence, grazed calmly. The Israelites, spared from this latest calamity, witnessed the fulfillment of God's promise. He would protect his people, even amidst judgment upon their oppressors. This stark division between judgment and deliverance served as a powerful testament to Pharaoh and all of Egypt. The God of Israel reigned supreme. Pharaoh's defiance, however, remained unbroken. The death of his livestock, though a devastating blow, did not soften his heart. And so, the Lord unleashed another plague, this time targeting the Egyptians themselves. Painful, festering boils erupted on their skin, causing agonizing pain and disfigurement. Even the magicians, Pharaoh's trusted advisors, were not spared. They, who had so confidently mimicked God's power, now crumbled under the weight of his judgment. Each plague intensified the desperation of the Egyptians. Yet, with each demonstration of God's power, Pharaoh's heart hardened further. He refused to acknowledge the might of the God of Israel, clinging desperately to his pride and power. His stubbornness, fueled by a potent mix of arrogance and fear, held him captive. He had built his kingdom on the backs of slaves, and he would not relinquish his control, even in the face of divine wrath. Then came the hailstorm, a plague unlike any Egypt had ever witnessed. The sky, once a brilliant blue, turned a menacing black as thunder roared and lightning split the heavens. Hailstones large and heavy as stones pounded the earth with relentless fury. Crops were obliterated, trees were splintered, and buildings crumbled into dust. The Egyptians caught in the open were mercilessly battered. The very land itself seemed to cry out in agony. The relentless fury of the hailstorm proved too much even for Pharaoh. Fear, finally penetrating his hardened heart, forced him to acknowledge the God of Israel. He summoned Moses and Aaron, pleading for the plague to end. He promised to release the Israelites, finally recognizing the futility of his resistance. But as quickly as his resolve crumbled, it solidified once more. When the storm subsided and the sun broke through the clouds, Pharaoh's repentance evaporated. His promise, made in a moment of terror, was forgotten. His heart, hardened by years of power and pride, refused to bend to the will of the one true God.